So today is November 16th and it is officially 2 weeks until my birthday. So for my birthday, I am reading Friends books and doing Friends related things because it was my favorite show growing up. So I wanted to do this last year but just never got around to it. So I plan to read the books this year, and sadly Matthew Perry passed away on October 28th of this year. So I was already planning on doing this vlog and now it feels very timely with his passing. Chandler was my favorite friend, so it's so sad to see. And I was at Walmart today getting some groceries and I saw this at the checkout. So I don't normally buy magazines, but I had to grab this one to go with my... I'm too distracted to know what I'm talking about. So anyways, I have Matthew Perry's memoir that I got last year for my birthday from my friend. I am excited to jump into this one and hopefully we'll be able to get a copy of the audiobook for it, as I do have some traveling to do in about a week and a half from now, and can listen to it on the road as well as physically read and like highlight or whatever. It has a Christmas card in it from my mother-in-law. And then I also picked up this probably on sale at Chapters, Generation Friends, an inside look at the show that defined a television era. I am thinking I will start this tonight for this vlog that I'm recording right now. I will start this and update when I have something to talk about. And I also have an audiobook for a novel that was recommended to me based on a friend's quiz I did. I'm excited and I think I will jump into this tonight. So today is November 17th.
Yes.
And I got a gift.
Whoa.
So we're gonna open it.
What are those?
We're on our way to our date. Where are we going for our date?
Cora's, of course.
We have to open
Good
both
breakfast.
at like the same time.
No,
Breakfast.
they're both technically the same thing. So.
Oh.
Ah, now you know what it is.
Now I know.
Shouldn't have said that.
I ordered this. Well, you told me to order it because it was on for like a really good sale. We're going for breakfast at 12:20 and I'm so hungry.
Do you like it?
They're so cheap.
Oh, I thought they'd be glass. They're
No,
some plastic.
they're
Oh, lame.
It's just these. They were on sale for really cheap though. Like they are not worth like the $60 or I think
You know why they said $60? Is they're making you think it was the glass ones.
yeah. So it's a little book thing. It's so cute. A little nightstand. Light. There's two of them.
There you
Can't really tell because we're
go.
outside.
It lights up.
Yeah, a little light. That's so cute. At least my kids can't like smash it.
Sure.
They can't knock it over and smash
Go
it.
find a way to smash it.
It's not glass. It won't shatter. I didn't say they can't break it.
Yeah. But if it gets cold enough, it can like break into like.
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to put a positive spin on it, but he won't let me. Let's go on our date. Date night with the baby. So my husband and I had a good date at Cora's with my son. It was okay with my son. He was pretty good for the most part, but he doesn't like to be strapped into the high chair for very long. So it's not like we can sit and linger and just talk and hang out. But it was still good. My husband used to work 7 on, 7 off. So every Thursday, he got paid on Thursdays. His schedule was like Wednesday to Tuesday. So on Thursday mornings, we'd take the kids to school and go to Cora's like every other week. So it's been a while since we've been able to go with his new work schedule and everything, but it was a good time and I'm glad we were able to go out. And we went to the mall and I bought a quilt for our bed for like Christmas winter season. It's more winter than Christmas, so it'll be able to last a little bit longer into the new year, so that's exciting. Winter here lasts like April, May, so we could use it for like half the year, really, like November to May. We did not buy any books this time, but that's okay. I have too many books to read. Too many. And I have my other box down here for that bookish light thing that we ordered. We got 2 of them because they were on sale for such a good deal. Like normally $100, now for $20. We bought 2 of them. And yeah, they're cheap. But that's okay. They're still cute and fun. I do have a pair of scissors. So I'm thinking I might have one upstairs on my nightstand and then one down here. And right now I am reading The Generation Friends by Saul Austerlitz. And it sounds like he does these kind of stories that have to do with like pop culture This one is an inside look at the show that defined a television era. He's also done Just a Shot Away, Peace, Love, and Tragedy with the Rolling Stones at Altamont, Sitcom, A History in 24 Episodes from I Love Lucy to Community. And I did not grow up watching I Love Lucy. I never really got into it even now as an adult or anything, but I did love Community when it was out. Another Fine Mess, A History of American Film Comedy, and Money for Nothing, A History of the Music Video from the Beatles to the White Stripes. So those all sound kind of interesting, but I wish that this was either, I'm only on page 23, and I wish it was either a documentary, even if it was a documentary series, miniseries or something on TV I could watch, or an audiobook. I wish I could get an audiobook of this, because it is a lot of background information that it's not necessarily what you jump in when you want to read like behind the scenes of what was happening on Friends. It's more talking about the two writers and the producer, Marta Kaufman, David Crane, and Kevin Bright. It's like talking about where they went to school and what they hoped to study and how they were shot down during premiere week in 1993 went really bad for them. And if you don't know, Friends aired in 1994 and went for 10 years. And it's just a lot of background information, and I'm only 23 pages in. So hopefully it gets more into like Friends itself. It's just kind of setting itself up. It was kind of talking about how Friends is set in New York. It's filmed on set in like an LA studio. It's not filmed in New York for the most part. And I think there's a spider on my wall. I'm filming on my husband's old phone and it like keeps zooming in and out, so I'm not sure what to do about that. Mine doesn't do that as often. Oh, and he was just talking about how Sex and the City, New York is like a character of its own. And I did watch Sex and the City, but not a lot. Like I didn't keep up with like every episode, every season kind of thing. I watched it on and off when I saw it on, but it makes me think of Gilmore Girls and Stars Hollow. Stars Hollow is a character of its own. Where Friends, it takes place in New York, but New York itself isn't a big character. It also is talking a little bit about Seinfeld, because obviously that was big at the time as well, and what that show was about versus like what was on air and what the TV networks were looking for, things like that. And there was one little tidbit that was kind of, there's a little bit, but you really have to want to know. This isn't just, it is about Friends, but it's also about media and television and sitcoms, especially in like late 80s into the 90s, and this started like in the mid 90s, right? You have to really want to know about the whole movie and TV show and sitcom industry. But it's not bad so far. I just wish it was like something I could watch as a documentary or have an audiobook of. I did not check Audible because I don't like paying for my audiobooks, but I just feel like there's no way I'm going to be able to finish this in the next 13 days. And my other book that I want to read. And like the 3 audiobooks I need to read. I just have a lot to listen to right now. Yeah, it's all very overwhelming about the amount of stuff I want to read this month alone. And we're already more than halfway through now. Anyways, the one interesting little tidbit in here is that they're talking about how there are pieces of, like, Marta Kaufman wrote parts of herself into Monica and sees like this little bit of herself in Phoebe. And David Crane is gay, actually, and he initially thought of making Chandler's character gay as well, which would have notably changed the story arc of the series to come, which, yeah, because he, spoiler alert, Chandler and Monica get married. If Chandler's gay, that changes so much of the story, right? And what happens with Monica, and maybe she would have ended up with Richard. Who knows? But Chandler wound up straight, but the kind of straight man Crane envisioned getting regularly mistaken for gay, which I could see that, especially in the 90s. A college friend of Kaufman's, named Chandler, would later jokingly accuse her of having ruined his life by giving a friend's character his name. That's like the most interesting piece of information I have learned in the last 22 and a third pages. My husband hasn't come down to deal with the spider yet. I think it's a spider. It could just be like lint with legs. Who knows? I don't know where to put this right now, because right now I have my little winter village behind me. I love Christmas, winter. See, like, it's these, like, plastic things. I just fold it in, like, kind of lame. One day we'll get the really expensive, like, glass ones, but you know what? Right now, my baby would just, like, break it if it was glass. Okay, I thought I broke it. I thought I broke it. Give me a second. My winter village isn't working out quite the way I wish it would be. Everything's like falling over. It's hard to keep everything up. I might just have to take this off. This is just a crocheted white blanket that I thought would make a nice wintry background, but I don't know. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap up this day's vlogging for now because I have a few other videos I have to film. Hopefully things will quiet down a little bit and I'll figure out this lighting situation and the spider situation. And we are going to the Trolls movie tonight. So I might do another update today. I'm hoping to vlog every single day for the 2 weeks leading up to my birthday. So I'll probably update for Trolls, and I will check in later.
Is this place? We are completely lost. Was your mother? That is not your mother. To Jamaica.
So today is Saturday, November 18th, and I haven't vlogged yet, so this is my Saturday, November 18th vlog.
Hi.
So I'm still going through this. I'm only on page 37. Again, I still think this should be more like a docu-series for people who like Friends and, what was I saying earlier, like the sitcom television world? I don't know. But I am getting some interesting tidbits. We're at the part of 6 of 1, it is called, and it is the cast of Friends. And oh, I just closed my book. That's okay. It's interesting to hear like how the actors were cast. Ross, David Schwimmer, didn't even want to do television anymore. He was like, no, I don't like doing this. I just want to do theater. And then they talked about Phoebe, Lisa Kudrow, and she was working as the waitress Ursula on Mad About You, and didn't want to ruin like that chance of working. She wasn't really set out to be an actress at first. She was a biology major, and after graduation, she would work for her father, a migraine specialist, before proceeding to a graduate program in neuroscience. The way everyone saw Lisa Kudrow was a dumb Southern California girl because she was always smiling, and she decided to take like that ditziness about her and use it to her advantage. But I thought it was interesting because like, she's so smart, Lisa Kudrow, and then she plays Phoebe, who is kind of like more of the ditzy blonde. Lisa Kudrow, in her spare time, she would turn on the television and catch an episode of a sitcom and be turned off by the ways their performers emoted. I'd hear the delivery of a line or a joke and I'd think, they're pushing it too hard. She would later tell an interviewer. It just kept happening, and so I finally just surrendered and said, alright, I'm gonna give it a try. So I thought that was interesting. She wasn't even like planning to be an actor or anything. And then Monica, Courtney Cox, they originally wanted her for Rachel, and she auditioned for Rachel and then was like, no, I like Monica better, and auditioned, and they're like, or read the role for Monica, and they're like, no, we like you for Rachel, we want you for Rachel. And she was like, okay, and then went away and came back and was like, I really want to audition for Monica. And they're like, fine, we'll give you another chance. And she like nailed it, and they're like, she's amazing, we love her as Monica. And then went to be like, okay, we need to find Rachel now. So I'm just at that point, and now it's almost 2 a.m. and we need to go to bed. It's very late.
Hey.
I can get this as an audiobook from Amazon, from Audible, and use one of our credits. It's only got a 3 out of 5 stars on Audible. I don't know if I want to waste a whole credit on it, but we got a deal on Audible right now. We're paying like $3 a month for the next 3 months.
Guessing Libby doesn't have it.
So, no, I can't find it anywhere else. Okay, we're gonna get ready for bed now, and I need to finish this chapter. Happy Sunday, November 19th. I went out today with my daughters. They had a painting class to do, which was really fun for them. They enjoyed it. Tim Hortons came out with Bailey's cream stuff, so got a Bailey's cold coffee. It's obviously non-alcoholic because a drive-through coffee place here would not be allowed to sell you actual alcohol. And I got these 2 giant packages here. It is November, so I get a 20% off one-time purchase thing in the month of November for my birthday through Indigo. And I bought myself a couple things, and there should be a couple of gifts in here. So let's do a little fun unboxing. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna move you guys back a little bit. I'm having a major like allergy attack, so that's fun. Okay. You can't see anything. This box is huge. I'm so excited. This one box is literally like this tall. I guess you don't know how tall that is. But it's like up to my hip. So I'm excited to have these big boxes because it's good for the kids to like build things with. Okay, so I had to pause there for a minute and I totally forgot that Kayla was doing a members book club, bestie book club live show right now. But I did not read the book. It was Emily Wilde's Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. And I was unsure about whether or not I would like that book. I just don't have the time to read it right now. So I put it off to the side. Maybe sometime in the future I will listen to it, but I just didn't have the time to do it for this time of year and all the books I want to get to. So let's get back to unpacking this. I'm so excited. Alright, got some stuff here. We got this Oreo gingerbread house, and I've seen a Kit Kat version, I think. And what I want to do is boys versus girls. One of us will do Oreo and one of us will do the Kit Kat, and we will do a gingerbread house building like contest thing. I think that'll be really fun over Christmas break. So that's exciting. It's kind of a gift, kind of not something for them to open Christmas morning, but this is a gift for my daughter. She is obsessed and never stops talking about it. And she draws her own, and she's very good at drawing. She wanted this, and I was like, but you already draw them. And she's like, but that's my version of them. I want to know how to draw them for real. So, got this one. Okay, I thought this is what came in that big box. So, for horizontal puzzles. For doing my puzzles. I'm excited about it. And this I bought. I don't know where to put this. I got these 12 Days of Christmas. And it's 12 different small puzzles. I think they're 80 pieces each, 5 by 7 inches. I went through so many winter puzzles to do. Like I was thinking like 1,000 piece or 500 piece, just full puzzle. But my husband and I were talking about it and decided this one I think would be more fun. Now, since this came in this smaller of the two boxes, I'm wondering what's in this box, and I know what's in the box. I totally know. It's totally a gift. Whoops. I'm knocking over a whole bunch of stuff here. I totally know what it is. It's not heavy. It's just giant. We're definitely gonna have to find somewhere to hide this. My son gets into everything. Yeah, there's only one thing in this box. I can't pull it out, but it's a scooter for him for Christmas. It's like a $200 scooter, and they had a sale going on. So that's why we wanted to buy it now. Well, it was on sale and get like a good quality scooter for a cheaper price. That's my unboxing. I'm going to get back to reading and all that fun stuff. And I will update hopefully tomorrow. So I just finished A Good Marriage by Kimberly something. Literally just finished it, returned it early to the library as an audiobook on Libby, and marked it as read on Storygraph, and added it to my buzzword challenge for November. I thought this one was good, but you're getting the perspective from two different people. The perspective of the person who died a week leading up to their death, and then you're getting the perspective of a lawyer who is kind of representing the husband who has been blamed for his wife's death. And both women have so many similarities. Like, their marriages aren't great, and both women have daddy issues, basically, and things that have happened with their fathers in the past. So, I don't know if it's my favorite thriller. It wasn't bad. I couldn't figure out who the murderer was. Yeah, it was fine. Maybe like a 3-star for me. And I picked up Miko in real life for my friend's reading vlog. The Good Wife or The Good Marriage was not part of this friend's vlog. It's just a book I had to get done for the buzzword. Had to get it done. So I also used a credit on Amazon to get the Generation Friends book, because I'm like telling my husband, which is funny, there's a husband in The Good Marriage and his name is Sebastian. And he is French. He's like European French, I believe. And he's got a bit of a French accent, but everyone talks about like how attractive he is. Like unbelievably, aggressively attractive, I'm pretty sure was used in the description of Sebastian. So I was just laughing and telling my husband about that. He's like, well, obviously he's based off me. And I'm like, well, obviously. I just thought that was funny. But I was telling Sebastian, like, reading the Generation Friends, I want to read it. I want to know the information. I like learning those little tidbits, but reading it physically with my eyeballs is just like dragging my reading down so much right now. So I want to listen to, by the end of the month, the Midnight is the Darkest Hour by Ashley Winstead. That is for the Literally Dead book club. I want to do that. And I want to listen to Generation Friends and I want to read / listen to the Matthew Perry book. So that's a lot of stuff to read in the next 10 days, as well as physically reading Mika in real life. I just wanted to update and mention that I read The Good Marriage. It was okay, and I'm glad I just listened to it as an audiobook, and it was free from my library, so that was a bonus. And I also am listening to the Outlander book, and I have like 20 hours of that left. So that is getting frustrating. I want to finish that by the end of the year. Ideally, I would have finished it by the end of this month, but why do I do this to myself? Why do I put so many things on myself to get done, to read? I don't know. I'm also working on this and have to get this done in the next week. Isn't it cute? Anyways, that's it for now. It is like 11:45 on November 19th still. 10 more days till my birthday, almost. And I'm excited for all the things that are happening this next 10 days. Good night. So my phone has crapped out completely and is unusable right now. So I have to record using StreamYard with the webcam and stuff. So cheers. Today is November 22nd. I got this book yesterday. I'm hoping this is the book for my Advent series, for just doing Advent. It's tiny. Yes. Ooh, it's beautiful though. The hardcover. I thought it'd be bigger, like more like a normal size, but it's so pretty. Let's see how it is broken up.
No.
So yeah, they have like week 1 hope, day 1, 2, 3, 4, week 2 preparation, why we celebrate Advent and things like that. So that will be in my Advent series. So I am so excited to jump into this year. I've done the same Advent devotional for like 9 years, and I want to do that one as well, but I've been looking at this one for the past 2 years-ish. I know I was looking at it last year anyways. So I'm excited to have a new one. Life is very hectic with babies and animals and phones breaking down and stuff. I'm not having the best of times right now with just day-to-day stuff. My house constantly falling apart, and I can't listen to any of my books on my phone. So that's frustrating. I can do it like on the computer, but not when I'm driving. So just everything going wrong right now. That way, just a bunch of little things going wrong, you know, nothing like big major things, just a bunch of little things, and it's just frustrating. I'm reading Mika in real life. That one's a physical book that I'm reading, so that's good. I don't have to rely on audio for that. It is Mika got pregnant in her first, I don't know the difference between like your junior year, your freshman year, your sophomore year. I don't know what any of that means in college, but I think it was her first year of college that she got pregnant, and I think she was like 19 or something, and chose to give that baby up for adoption. Her name is Penny, or Penelope. Now it's been 16 years. Mika is 35 years old. Mika's life has not gone as planned. She dropped out of school for arts. She wanted to become like an art major and very talented herself, and went into business school. At the beginning of the book, she is fired from her job, and she cannot hold down a job, apparently. She is living with her best friend that was with her like when she gave birth to Penny and gave her up for adoption and everything, like since before then, but that's where the story starts. And has been with her this whole time, and her friend is going through a really bad breakup. So they're living together. She's been fired. She's got no prospects or anything like that. And she gets a phone call after being fired from this girl saying, "My name is Penny, and I think you're my birth mom." And they start talking together and Skyping and things like that. And Mika just kind of makes up a life for Penny and is like, "Yeah, I'm an art curator and I have a show coming up. I'm opening up an art gallery and I'm going to be showing this guy's work. And I have this amazing boyfriend who she broke up with like a while ago." And all this stuff just makes up this beautiful, happy life that she kind of wishes she had. And Penny's like, "That's awesome. I'm coming to visit." And now Mika's like, either I come clean and tell her everything was a lie and my life is kind of trash right now, or I fake this life. So her and her friends are trying to help her fake this life. And I'm not even that far in, I like 100 pages in, and Penny and her dad have already come to visit. This is like their second day there visiting. It's not that it's bad, but it's a little too convenient. Like, she goes and contacts her ex-boyfriend that there's like one picture of them together on Instagram, and Penny asks like, "Oh, is that your boyfriend? He's attractive. He looks cute. You guys look happy together and stuff." And she's like, "Yeah, of course. He's amazing." And like comes up with all these stories about what they've done together. Things did not end well between her and, he goes by the name Leaf. they did not end off very well, so she has to go kind of like grovel to him and ask him to fake date her. And he's like, yeah, okay, I'll do it. And it was like really easy for the way things ended. He was just like, yeah, sure. I'm like, okay, there should have been a little bit more negotiation there, or maybe like another day of like her having to call him or bribe him somehow, but whatever. And then he's like, well, what are you gonna do about the art gallery and the art opening thing? And she's like, I don't know, that's something I have to figure out. And he's like, well, I own this property down in this like industrial complex area, and I'm just gonna turn it into a grow house because he owns a cannabis store. And he's like, but a whole bunch of artists have started working there and renting space there because it's really cheap. So I'm actually renting out the space to this artist guy, and you could probably show off his work. So it's like now she has like a space that she can do like this fake gallery opening and a guy's art that she can display. I'm like, that is just way too easy. But I haven't gotten to her like actually planning that part of it. So I don't know. It's just a little too convenient. That's it so far. I've been listening to The Generation Friends, and I don't know what I was expecting to get out of that book. In some parts of it, they just literally walk through an episode or a couple of episodes over a season, whatever story arc that they're talking about. So it's a little weird. I think you have to really like Friends to get anything out of the book because you can picture the scenes and hear the scenes. The narrator for the audiobook does an okay job of getting like the inflection because he's like literally just repeating lines that are said, like dialogue that is said in the show. And he gets the inflection okay and stuff, but I'm like, that's not how Joey sounds, or that's not how Chandler sounds, or Monica, or whatever. And there's only one guy narrating it, so the female voices and stuff, like he's doing all of that, and he's fine. It's fine that way. But because I know the show so well, I can hear it in the voice it's meant to be said in, and that's fine. I don't know why you would read this book if you didn't know Friends at all, but the guy narrating it, like if you didn't know anything about Friends, or if you were not that familiar with the show, the narration is fine for it. Go pick up your spoon and put it in the sink.
No.
Yes. I don't even remember how much time I had left on that Generation Friends. So I'm going to wrap up this update and continue editing my vlog. I want to go up tomorrow. And yeah, hopefully things will just be looking up a little bit more next time I update. So I will. What are you doing? Talk to you later. Goodbye. Happy Thursday, November 23rd. It is 1 week until my birthday, and I have way too many books to read still. Mostly 3 books. Mika in Real Life, The Generation Friends, and I still haven't started Matthew Perry's memoir yet, but I leave on Monday to go to Edmonton, and I have it as an audiobook. I think I have it as an audiobook. So I'm planning on starting the memoir next week, and that will give me like 4 days to read it. And this, Mika in Real Life, is kind of going a little bit slow, even though the font is fairly big. I'm on page 168, so a little less than halfway through. And then I only have 2.5 hours left of The Generation Friends as an audiobook, so hopefully I will get that one done like tonight. And then I can listen to this as an audiobook if I want on the Everand app. But I also, not related to this vlog at all, wanted to listen to Midnight is the Darkest Hour by Ashley Winstead, because Kayla from Books and Lala is doing that for her Literally Dead book club, and Gabby from Gabby Reads is also doing that for her book club, The Book Troop. So I was really hoping to get to that one, even though I just watched Gabby's video on reading your favorite books. So she asked like her community, what have been your favorite books of 2023 so far? And she read like 4 books from that, and Midnight is the Darkest Hour was a flop for her. So now I'm like, uh-oh, hopefully I like it. I don't know. I also have never read an Ashley Winstead before, so I have no expectations, even though people say her other stuff, like In My Dreams I Hold the Knife, was really good, and I think she did The Last Housewife or something. But I have no personal expectations because I haven't read her. So we'll see. This book, I feel like, could be over, like, in the next, like, it's 170 pages. It could probably be over by, like, 200. So I don't know what's happening. I don't know if I read the entire synopsis of this, but all the stuff has already happened, and we're not even halfway through the book yet. She gave up her daughter for adoption. Her daughter turns 16, finds Mika, and is like, hey, I want to meet you. And the adoptive mother has passed away now, so the child, Penny, and her dad come and fly out to meet Mika, and Mika and her friends have all gotten together to make this like fake life for Mika that she has lied and told Penny about. and then stuff happens. You know, when there's lies like this in a book, you tend to get caught up in it, and it all comes crashing down at some point, and that's already happening. And I'm not even 200 pages in yet. So what's going to happen for the last, like, how many pages is this? 339. I still have like 200 pages left to read. There's 365 pages and I'm on 168. So yeah, basically 200 pages left to read. So I don't know, but the beginning of this, how it started, sounds like something major could still happen. And I keep forgetting about that. I don't know. This isn't as great as I was hoping it would be, but it's not terrible either. I want to keep reading, especially because I don't do these vlogs very often where I pick a book based off of something like Friends. So I want to keep reading this. I also have a Friends magazine to read. Anyways, this book just seems a little too convenient and too long, and the pacing is weird on it. Those are my thoughts. That's it. So I've just read like another page and a half. And I just wanted to mention that Mika gives Penny up for adoption when she is like 19 years old and is in her first year of college. And the book does talk very much about the pain and the sorrow of giving up a baby for adoption. It's not that you don't want that baby, it's just not the right timing for you, and you want to give that baby a chance at a better life. And then giving up that baby for adoption and going on and feeling like your whole life has been a failure since that moment, and you've given up so much, not just your baby, but just given up your hopes and your dreams, and that child comes out of nowhere and contacts you, and you feel like a failure at life. You've broken up with your boyfriend, you've just got fired from your job, you haven't reached your goals or your dreams or your aspirations at all. So it's a very heavy book that way. So I just wanted to mention that. Like, it's not a terrible book or anything, it's just, I don't know what else they're gonna pull off in the next 200 pages. But there is trigger warnings for the R word and adoption. Sorry about the crazy pink lighting. I have a special light up there for my plants to give it like the UV rays. I have no windows down here at all, and not a lot of good windows upstairs for plants, so makes it challenging. Anyways, I am listening to Generation Friends, and there are parts where they're literally just talking through the episode. This happens, Joey says this, Rachel says this, Joey does this. The part I'm listening to right now, they're talking about Joey taking Rachel out on a date. She's pregnant. She feels miserable. She misses going out on dates, and he says, I'll take you on a date. Like, so many episodes, they've just walked through the episode and told us what happens and the dialogue. And I'm like, okay, what's the point of this? Why do I need this? I could just watch the episode. There are tidbits throughout, a little, like, nuggets of background information, like, behind the scenes things that I'm learning, which is what I want and what I like. But just walking through the episodes, it's getting a little bit, I don't know what, like, I don't want to say boring because I enjoy Friends, and that's why I'm listening to this book and why I'm doing a Friends theme for my birthday. Yeah, it's just a little weird. I don't know what I want from a book like this, because I tried reading one last year, the year before, and it was told from the perspective of Marcel the monkey, and it was, like, really over-sexualized, especially coming from a monkey. And I couldn't stand it and I had to get rid of it. And it came out in like 1995 or something. Like, Friends hadn't been around that long yet. So this one came out in 2019. So at least they have like all the background of Friends and everything. Like, all the shows have been done already. So this book is okay, but it is weird that they're just straight up talking through an episode without really a lot of like commentary on it either. My husband bought me all the DVDs for Friends, and I watched the episodes that came with commentary before from Marta Kaufman, David Crane, and Kevin Bright. I prefer that when you're watching the episode and hearing the commentary over it like they do with movies and some of the actors and directors and stuff. I prefer that kind of commentary than just listening to it being read through in a book. I don't know, but I think I'm liking it better as an audio than physically reading it. Happy November 28th, everyone. My dad is getting married, and I'm just parked outside of his house right now, getting ready to go in. I just want to do a quick update. I'm so excited. I am listening to Midnight is the Darkest Hour, and I still have like an hour and 3 minutes left of that. So that's going well. All of the religious abuse and everything in that is horrifying and tragic and angering and all the things. I just started reading Matthew Perry's memoir last night. I didn't get very far in. I'm only on chapter 1, but there was foreword by Lisa Kudrow, then the introduction, and now into chapter 1. And it's heartbreaking already because they talk about so many times about how he shouldn't be alive and how he survived so much, and it's just good that he's alive. And I'm just like, oh, just 1 year later, just 1 year, like, it's so sad. Like, 11 months after this memoir was published, and he's gone, and it's so sad. But I'm gonna go in and set up at my dad's place. I'm going to film it for them on my cell phone, and their cell phones or whatever, but I have a couple tripods and stuff, so that'll be good. And I'll edit a nice video for them, so that'll be fun, and I'm excited. So I will check in later after the wedding. Okay, ask me the questions. I'm ready. This is Trivial Pursuit Friends.
Okay, Warren is going to roll the die to tell you what season you're trying for first.
Pink.
Pink, which is season 6 and 7.
Season
Okay, what is the name of Dr. Drake Ramore's twin? The real one, not the real one, not the one invented by Ross to banish Joey's stalker.
Can we do a Jeopardy
Victor.
question?
It is Stryker. Damn. All right, roll for the
I
next
should have known
season.
that.
Pink.
Pink.
6 and 7 again. Which friend teaches Joey how to sail?
How to sail, Rachel.
Rachel is right.
I have no idea.
You get a pink.
Yay. We're not actually playing the game. I'm just playing because no one else knows anything about Friends.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Roll them bones.
Except for every time I say something.
Purple.
Purple, season 10. Oops, I almost gave you the answer.
I have to come up with the question.
What does Joey think ministers get to do for free?
Go to the bathroom.
Go on the subway.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Ride the
Yeah.
subway, it says.
Wow.
So it's like exactly verbatim.
So do I get the
Okay.
little pieces to put in?
There's no pieces, so I'm just tracking
No.
it this way.
I've been bamboozled.
What British... Okay, this is season 4 and 5. What British snack food does Ross
I don't remember.
obliterate after finding out that Emily is getting remarried?
I don't remember.
Can I give you a hint? Something you like. Something you eat lots. Not lots, but you do like them.
A British snack food that I eat a lot of? Or that
That
I
you
like?
like a lot.
So it must be a Canadian food too then. Or do I specifically know it's British?
I don't know if you... I think you specifically know it's British.
Some kind of
Biscuits?
cookie?
Tea biscuits?
It's a scone.
Oh.
Alright, let's
I don't
do...
consider it British, but I guess. I don't think of it as
That was the
British.
one I was going to do.
Perfect.
3 and 4.
Let Jesper roll.
A torn rotator cuff, a hairline fracture in the right forearm, a severely bruised Adam's apple.
I have no idea.
I'm guessing that was the answer.
Yep.
I have no idea.
No, say the answer again.
Guess the
A
question.
torn rotator cuff, a hairline fracture in the right forearm, severely bruised Adam's apple.
I don't know, somebody was injured.
Name one of the injuries that Pete sustains while attempting to be...
Oh, you didn't
the
let
best
me
fighting
guess.
Sorry, I heard
That's
you guess
John.
twice.
I didn't say anything. Play back the video. It knows. I don't know, somebody was injured.
Name one of the injuries that Pete sustains. Oh yeah, it says the fighting.
By
Yeah.
the way,
Who is
By
the
the way.
first to crack under the pressure of the secret of the jellyfish?
we're gonna congratulate you before you
Yes.
can answer the
I just watched that episode.
It is
Which
Joey.
one was it?
Joey.
Oh.
That was going to be my guess, and I haven't even seen the episode.
Season 1 and 2 is what we're going to do. Whilst out to dinner, celebrating Monica's promotion, what is Rachel's main, on which her side salad is on the side?
Side salad. Her water? Her water?
Yes, glass of water. Alright, after surprising Chandler in his Tulsa hotel room,
Sharks.
Bang head.
Sharks.
It's a
I
question.
didn't have to ask the question.
After surprising
What
Chandler
does
in his
Monica-
hotel room, Monica captures him watching or jerking off to what? Shark Week.
Shark Week?
What does Monica begin to think that he really likes?
Sharks.
Yeah, it's shark.
Wow.
You said hotel room in Tulsa, and then you would not accept my answer.
Okay, name one
Don't
of
even-
Phoebe's non-traditional guitar chord descriptions.
Name one of
One of.
Old Man. The Bear Claw.
Yes.
Okay.
It was old lady.
Oh.
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 Bear claw, turkey leg. Well, you got it. It said name one.
Mhm.
Bear claw,
Yeah.
turkey leg,
I was like,
old
I don't
lady,
think old man is right. So
tiger, dragon, and iceberg.
Nice.
Iceberg. Who doesn't transpire was Monica's first kiss ever?
Richard.
I mean, read
Okay.
it.
Which
So
one are
obviously
you
wasn't
reading?
the answer.
That's not the answer.
I don't remember.
It's Ross.
That's right.
Oh. Oh, I know what they're talking about.
Why does Ross lie to Rachel about
No.
the fate of his childhood Christian?
Because he still visits him as an adult.
Yeah, still sees him himself as a grown man.
Yeah.
Name.
These are hard questions.
Name one of the two things that Phoebe suggests Monica's dollhouse might have been built on.
An ancient burial ground.
Ancient.
No, that's not PC. So I'm gonna just stick with ancient blank burial ground.
Yes.
So today is January 3rd. I am a little bit behind. I wanted this to come up like December 1st. My birthday is November 30th. But things just got crazy at the end of the year, as they tend to do. And I thought I had this book as an audiobook on Everend, but no, they gave me the German version of the book and then told me that the English version was available on December 22nd, which was when the next billing cycle would be. So I did not get it and just ended up reading this physically. I think I have this requested from my library, but it's like so many week wait, like couple months. So I might listen to it again this year. I don't know, but I did finish this with 31 minutes to spare before January 1st. So I did get to finish this in 2023. So I'm happy about that. So I'm here to wrap up my birthday vlog and my thoughts. I wanted to show off the earrings that my husband got me as one of my birthday gifts. They are obviously the door. It's a picture frame that they just found wherever and put it on the peephole of the door of Rachel and Monica's apartment. And my friend's shirt that I showed off in one of my other vlogs that had to do with friends, that is way too big and hard to show off in the camera, but I got my friend shirt on. This I tabbed. I don't do usually a lot of tabs. There's more there. I tab where the thing is that I want to remember. So they're kind of, some of them are kind of layered. The purple ones are like God moments, spiritual encounters that he had. And then I have one green tab that talks about money and how at the end they were making $1.1 million per episode. Like, that's intense. I chose blue, obviously, for the blue cover, and I have one blue tab left. So I sent my friend a picture of all these tabs, and I said, you picked a good book. I know I said I was going to talk about Mika in real life, and it feels like so long ago that I read that, and I feel like I talked about it a lot already. It was an okay book, lots happened in it, and I felt like it could have been a lot shorter, and it seemed a little too convenient, and it felt nothing like Friends at all. I can't remember why it was picked for me as a Friends book, but it's not that it was a bad book or anything like that. It was fine. I just feel like it didn't have anything to do with Friends. So it was an okay book. Yeah, it was maybe like a 3-star. This book, devastating. Had I read this last year while he was still alive, it still would have been absolutely heartbreaking, but would have ended with that hopeful note of, I hope you get married and have kids and your life is fulfilled beyond measure and that you can finally be happy. Reading it after his death, and this is the first time I've read it. I didn't read it before he died. Reading it after his death makes it like there's no hope after of what's to come for him. I just hope that he is in heaven and he is finally healed of all the pain and the hurt and all the brokenness that he felt his entire life. I pray that that is healed and he is whole and complete now in the afterlife. You got very small glimpses of that in his life here on earth. He was so broken, and from a child, just the pain and hurt and abandonment that he felt as just a little child, and it's just absolutely devastating what he went through his whole life. And he talks about, like, if you look in season 4 and I'm super skinny in this, that's because I was going through this. If you look at this season where I've put on weight, it's because I was going through this. And I'm like, I don't want to go back through Friends and watch Friends like that. I don't want to see it through the lens of Matthew Perry being an addict. I didn't know he was going through that stuff while Friends was on, and I love Friends. Like I've mentioned a million times, he was my favorite. He talks about like Lisa Kudrow being one of the funniest people he's ever met, and he talks about all of the actors who play in Friends and how brilliant they are and amazing they are, and I can really appreciate all of them and what they did and all of their jokes and everything like that watching it now as an adult. But I don't want to go back and like taint the watching and my love for Friends by seeing it through the lens of his addiction. I don't want to do that. So if you go and look at my other videos in November, I did one where I was watching my favorite episodes and stuff, and that was all before reading his memoir. Yeah, there's not really much to wrap up. I mean, it's a memoir. It's about his life. It starts when he's a baby, and he is Canadian American. I think he was born in America. His mom is Canadian anyways. One of the first things I highlighted in here, and I don't know, this might be considered a spoiler for you if you haven't read it. I'll read the 2 lines. It says, "My friends call me Maddie, and I should be dead. If you like, you can consider what you're about to read to be a message from beyond, my beyond." I was like, this is like page 1. This is the prologue. I'm like, this is like the 3rd sentence in, and it's just absolutely devastating. I can't remember if he was born in Canada or the States, but he is Canadian, so that's very exciting. Oh, this one. What those 3 words, "I am alive," fill me with, above all else, is a sense of profound gratitude. So Matthew Perry had like 2 years in the end of his life of being clean and sober and trying to get life back on track again and hoping for kids and a marriage. And I just wanted to go to Matthew Perry and hug him and tell him, you are enough, just as you are. Whether you're funny or not, whether you're making me laugh or not, whether you're making millions of people laugh or your mom laugh or not, it doesn't matter. You are enough. Just simply by being you, you are enough. You matter. And I just wanted to hug him and tell him that he's loved and fill in all the hurt and the pain and the sorrow that he was going through. And that's not my job to do that. That's not anybody's job to do that. No one can fill those holes in your life. That has to be a personal journey on your own with, for me, that's with God. Nothing on this earth. He talks about that. Like, he had everything he ever dreamed about with fame and money and women and like the #1 TV show, and he was doing movies, and he had all of it, and he would have traded it all in a second to not have to deal with that addiction, to not have to deal with the mind, the brain that he had that led to addiction. He would have given it all up. Becoming famous doesn't fix it. Millions of dollars doesn't make the pain go away. Being on the #1 TV show in the world doesn't heal the brokenness, doesn't fill those holes. And he just went through so much, and I hope that the end of his life was good and that he was in a good place and that he did get to experience more good in the world in the end, and that he's in a better place now. That's my prayer for him. And I'm so glad I was able to read this book, and I will probably maybe listen to it again. I don't know. It's so heartbreaking. We'll see. But that is my wrap up on my friend's vlog / birthday vlog. I had a really good time. My birthday was really awesome. My mom came out to visit, and we were able to go out for dinner with my husband and a family friend of ours, and that was really great. And then you saw clips of me playing the Friends trivia game, which was really fun. And my husband gave me a small gift every day of November. Sometimes it was like a single flower. Sometimes it was like a little husband coupon. One day it was a poem. Sometimes it was just like a little chocolate kind of thing. Like, it wasn't like a bunch of big gifts, right? It was just really sweet and fun, and I loved it. Yeah, it was great. If you've stuck around this far, thank you so much for sticking with me for this like hour-long vlog. I tried not to make my videos this long, but it's been a lot of fun. So thank you for being here. Comment down below a birthday cake or a present or something else birthday related, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye!